Hello, everyone, and welcome back to episode 5 of our adventure through the Hobbit. I'm so glad you're here. Today, we're focusing on some amazing vocabulary from the story, words that will boost your English and help you understand the book even better. So, let's jump in and see what new word we can learn today. Ready? Let's do this. Not that Belladonna took ever had any adventures after she became Mrs. Bungo Baggins. Bungo, that was Bilbo's father, built the most luxurious hobbit hole for her, and partly with her money. That was to be found either under the hill or over the hill or across the water, and there they remained to the end of their days. Still, it is probable that Bilbo, her only son, although he looked and behaved exactly like a second edition of his solid and comfortable father, got something a bit queer in his makeup from the Took side, something that only waited for a chance to come out. The chance never arrived until Bilbo Baggins was grown up, being about 50 years old or so, and living in the beautiful hobbit hole built by his father, which I have just described for you, until he had in fact apparently settled down immovably. Now it's time for vocabulary part. Let's begin with luxurious. When something is luxurious, it means it's very comfortable and expensive. Think of a five-star hotel, or in this case, a beautiful hobbit hole built with love and care. Bilbo's father built the most luxurious home you could imagine. Sounds cozy, right? Next, we have built. This word means to make or construct something, like a house, a bridge, or even a Lego castle. In the story, Bilbo's father built that amazing hobbit hole. That's some serious craftsmanship. Partly means not completely or to some extent. For example, if you say, I'm partly tired, it means you're not fully tired. In our text, the house was built partly with Belladonna's money, so she helped pay for it, at least a little. Here's either. We use either when we're talking about a choice between two things. For example, you can have either tea or coffee. In the book, they say the hobbit hole could be either under the hill or over the hill. Choices, choices. Remain means to stay in the same place or condition. So if you stay calm during an exam, you remain calm. In our story, Bilbo's parents remained in their cozy home until the end of their days. That's a peaceful life. Now let's look at still. It means something continues to be true up to a certain time. Like, I still love chocolate. In our story, it says still, it is probable that Bilbo, meaning even now, something is likely about him. Probable means likely to happen or be true. So if dark clouds are in the sky, it's probable that it will rain. In the story, it's probable that Bilbo had something unusual about him. What could that be? An edition is a particular version or copy of something, like a book or product. For example, the second edition of the textbook means the updated version. In the story, Bilbo looked like a second edition of his father, pretty much a copy of him. Solid can mean strong, reliable, or firm. A solid chair doesn't break easily. In the book, Bilbo's father is described as a solid and comfortable man, like someone you could count on and probably give really good hugs. Although is used when there's a contrast between two ideas. Like, although it's raining, I'm going outside. In the text, it says, although he looked to show that Bilbo looked like his father, but had something different inside. This one's simple. Looked means appeared. For example, she looked happy means she seemed happy. In the story, Bilbo looked like his father, But was he the same on the inside? Hmm, not quite. To behave means to act in a certain way. Like, he behaved politely at dinner. Bilbo behaved just like his dad, calm, proper, and respectable. Or so it seemed. Here, queer means a bit strange or unusual. These days, the word can have different meanings, but in older books like The Hobbit, it simply meant something that wasn't quite normal. Bilbo had a queer side to him, maybe a little adventurous spark. We're not talking about lipstick. Makeup here means the combination of qualities that form a person's character. So Bilbo's makeup included some tookish magic. Maybe that's where the adventure comes from. A chance is an opportunity for something to happen. Like, I had a chance to meet a celebrity. In the story, Bilbo had a hidden side that just needed a chance to come out. I guess Gandalf was that chance. To arrive means to get to a place. But in stories, it can also mean when something finally happens. Like the moment arrived. In Bilbo's case, the adventure arrived when he least expected it. To be grown up means to be an adult. It also means mature or developed. Bilbo was about 50 years old. Yep, that's still young for a hobbit. You probably know this one. Beautiful means very pretty or pleasing to look at. Bilbo lived in a beautiful hobbit hole, probably with lots of cozy furniture and round doors. To describe means to explain what something looks like, sounds like, or feels like. In the text, the narrator says, as I have just described, meaning they already gave us a full picture. Apparently means it seems that, or as far as we know. Like, apparently, it's going to snow tomorrow. In the story, it says Bilbo had apparently settled down, but we know something unexpected is coming. To settle down means to live a quiet and stable life, often with a home and routine. Bilbo settled down, but not for long. This is a strong one. Immovably means in a way that doesn't change or move. Like, he stood immovably at the door. In the story, Bilbo was settled down immovably, but we know adventure is knocking. And that's it for today's episode. We've explored some really interesting words from The Hobbit, and now it's your turn. Try using these new words in your own sentences. Maybe talk about your day, your family, or even make up a little Hobbit story. The more you use them, the more natural they'll feel. And hey, if you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a new lesson. Every little click helps this Hobbit-sized channel grow into something epic. See you in the next adventure.